And right now we're in Studio B. I'm joined by Dr. Harold Wallace of the University of Miami. He's an expert on sea level rise, and you're in town for a climate change symposium at USF Sarasota Manatee. Thanks for joining us. When
Thanks we talk,
yeah, absolutely. When we talk about this topic, we often hear gloom and doom when it comes to it. Are there any optimistic findings in your research before we talk about the real troubles?
I think the optimistic findings is people are starting to really listen, and governments at various levels are starting to plan for the reality. There's no really good news in what's ahead because we've really kicked the bucket over as far as building up greenhouse gases. And the thing most people don't realize is that of the heat that's been created because of our burning fossil fuels and putting greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, 93% of that heat has been transferred to the ocean. So what global warming really is, it's warming the oceans.
Warming of the oceans.
It's only a few percent stays in the atmosphere.
And of course, Florida, here on the Suncoast, real reason for concern because we live along the water.
We live along the water, and as the ocean's warming, it's doing two things. It's expanding. And we've had 8 or 9 inches of sea level rise in the last century because of an expanding ocean as it warms. And secondly, that warmed ocean water is getting in around Greenland. So we're within a year or 2 or 3 of having solar and so on be a more economical alternative. And there's some things we can't use solar for, but we'll be seeing a huge change. The Teslas and all those things are just the beginning of the real change in our lifestyles, which won't be an inconvenience. It'll be a new way.
Yeah. Dr. Wallace, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise on this very important subject.
Well, it's a delight.